Open your book to page 201. This is lesson 6.8. This lesson is on powers of signed numbers. So let's go over some examples. So example 1a, you got 2 to the 3 power. So this, again, you don't have to write these things out. This is same as 2 times 2 times 2. Okay? So the exponent 3 means you got 3 of them. And so you need to understand, so the answer is 8, not 6. So be careful with this. So don't just multiply and make an answer equal to 6. 6 would be incorrect. So again, 2 to the 3 power means 2 times 2 times 2, so equal to 8. But again, I'm just write it out so you can see what's going on. When you're doing the problem itself, you should be able to just kind of think in your mind and just go and work it out and get an answer. Okay, so 1b, you got 4 square. So 4 square means 4 times 4. It means there are 2 of the 4. So it is equal to 16. Okay? So don't make it into 8. You cannot just multiply 4 times 2. Okay? So you make sure you understand the definition of the exponent, the power. Okay, example 1c, you got -3 parentheses square. Now one very important thing, the key thing you need to know about the exponent is that it's for whatever is immediately before it. So the exponent is 2, so you look what is immediately before it. It's parentheses. That means this is for everything inside the parentheses. Right? And so you need to apply this to each part. So when you apply this to this part of it, so you got negative times negative, right? 2 means, exponent 2 means you got 2 of them, right? So negative times negative will give you positive. Okay? 3 times 3 will give you 9, so answer will be positive 9. But you don't include the positive as your answer. Okay, let's go to 1d. You got -1 to the 4th power. Okay, so you can negative to the 4th power. When you have an even number of negative, you're going to get positive. So again, first you take care of the sign, so it's positive. 1 to the 4 is going to be equal to 1. Right? 1 to the 4th power means 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. Right? So answer would be equal to 1. Okay, let's go to 1e. You have -2 to the 3 power. So again, I'm going to write it out so it can help you to visualize. So this is equal to -2 times -2 times -2. Okay? So this is going to equal to, first take care of the sign. So -2 to the 3 power means there are 3 negatives, right? 1, 2, 3. So when there's an odd number, you're going to have a leftover. So this 2 negative can make into a positive. And you got 1 left over, so the answer would be negative. Okay? Then after you take care of the number, 2 to the 3 power means 2 times 2 times 2 will give you 8. And so the answer would be -8. Okay, let's go to example 1f. Let's go and get a new sheet of paper. Okay, example 1f, you have -1 to the 5th power. So there are 5 negatives, right? So it means you're going to get negative. And 1 to the 5 power means 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. So you're going to equal to 1. So the answer would be -1. Okay, let's go to example 1g. So you got 2 to the 3 power square. So when you have fraction, you just do each part individually. Right? So 2 to the square is 4. 3 square is 9, and that's it. So you just do each part individually, and it will be fine. Okay, let's go to example 2. Example 2a, you have -5 square. So I'm going to write it out to help you to visualize. So this means equal to -5 times -5. So you can remember, exponent is for what is immediately before it, right? So immediately before the 2 is a parentheses. That means everything in the parentheses would be, would be raised to a 2nd power. So it means the exponent is for everything inside. So negative square means you got 2 of them, so it give you positive. 5 square means 5 times 5 will give you 25. Okay? So again, you don't have to write these things out. Okay? You should be able to do it without writing this out. But I'm writing it out to help you to see it better. Okay, let's go to 2b. Now, you have to be careful with this. Notice this has parentheses. This one does not. So make sure you pay close attention to exponents. Remember, exponent is for what is immediately before it. So this exponent is for parentheses, whereas this exponent is only for 5 only, not for the negative. So this one does not get exponent. So this one you keep as negative. Again, the exponent is for what is immediately before it. So the exponent is only for the 5. Okay, so this part will give you 25. So notice the difference between the two. Okay, so you got to know what, what the exponent is for. Again, exponent is for what is before it. So this one, the exponent is for the entire parentheses, right? That's what before the exponent. Over here, only the 5 can use the exponent. This one is not immediate before it, so does not get squared. So make sure you pay close attention to these. Okay, let's go to 2C. You have negative 5 squared. So you have to follow through. So this one is negative, and this one, negative squared is positive, 5 squared is 25, and so this is equal to negative 25. Right? So just follow it through. Right? So again, this is for the negative, and it's also for the 5. Okay, now let's go to example 2D. Example 2D, you got negative 2 cubed. Right? So make sure you follow through. So this negative remains negative, right? Don't do anything to that. Now, that's a parentheses. So that means the cube is for everything inside the parentheses. So this part over here, negative to the 3 part means you got negative, negative, negative. So 3 negative, this part will give you negative. 2 to the 3 power, 2 to the 3 power is 2 times 2 times 2, so it gives you 8. So this part will give you 8. So your total result would be positive 8. So make sure you show your step, go down step by step. You help you think it through, so that way you don't make lots of mistakes. Okay, let's go to example 3. You have 0 to the 5 power. So this is equal to 0 times 0 times 0 times 0 times 0. So this is equal to 0. So again, you don't have to write these things out. I'm just running it out to help you to be able to visualize better. But you should be able to know that 0 to the 5th power is 0 times 0 times 0 times 0. So the answer is 0. Okay, let's go to example 4. Example 4a, you got 2 to the 0. So this is equal to 1. So remember, when the exponent is 0, you get 1, right? Unless it's 0 to the 0 power. So b, 10 to the 0 power, again this is equal to 1. C, got negative 5 to the 0 power, equal to, again answer is 1. So whenever exponent is equal to 0, you get 1. The only exception is you have 0 to the 0 power. 0 to the 0 power equal to 0. Okay? But other than that, if anything to the 0 power, the answer is 1.